Down low, Towns will meet him. Shot clock at 5. Pascal Siakam. Off the bench in the playoffs. Payne will sneak his way, finding the running and leaping.
Right up in the lead in the playoffs.
Bridges double, Towns cutting and jackhammers. Nimhard on him, shot clock at 2. Oh man, what a tough shot. Long shot, Towns, no.
That was awfully deep, awfully early.
Here's McConnell, puts on the blitz, and a 14-footer is down. Rebound, chase, and grab, snatched by Towns. 3, good. Here is Brunson. Towns, quick 3, Turner there, come out.
Got it on locked right now.
Remembering the year back, Jalen Brunson was a selection for a 20-man Bob Kelsey Award and for play for the Villanova Wildcats. By 2017-18 preseason of the All-Big Game East to the tournament of the 2017-18 season, he made his way all the way down to make his finishing one of his best years. The more that he named for was the Big East Conference Man Basketball Player of the Year, sending him all the way to the Final Four and for playing against the winning teams in the national championship. And then he was selected to play with the team of the New York Knicks. After drafted from the Mavericks, he made his one of the best scores to make that possible. But it's a strategy that he makes at Brunson. He scores 38 points alongside 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 117 over 114. The win over San Antonio Spurs, and then it was the career high point of Alic to have 44 points, and it was 111 to 107 for the loss. There was no competition, but he makes 41 points out of 14 out of 19 shooting. He was one of them to be here, but this time, he now faces against the Indiana Pacers. He knows he has a lot of elite footwork, but this is not an elite athleticism. He describes himself as a hustle player. He draws this one of the high numbers in offensive fouls, and this includes charging fouls, non-charging fouls, and illegal screens. This is not the option. This is the former of what he has made. The result of his style of the play that involved out of necessarily, quick with strength and agility, but not the height, length, or vertically to differentiate himself off the ground. But at this point, the Pacers arrive as they are now back in for the conference finals. Since they were a part of it as they started in 1977, it became one of the most bitter of the NBA history. They met the playoffs 6 times from 1993 to 2000. It's epitomized by the enmity between the Pacers of Reggie Miller and the Knicks fan Spike Lee. But it's now Halliburton against Jalen Brunson. His score can be way off the target. Nothing sets for now how he has played. It's a bite to make things go appear. What he had to say in after the game, he has a lot of describing for Tyrese Halliburton to help out his team and save time for some overtime in Game 1.
You know, I'm so proud of the resilience of this group. We've shown it all year. We've had to win in so many different, random, unique ways. And today we just kept going, kept fighting, and man, that's fun.
But more importantly, it's between the desperation in Game 6 as it comes to the end between Jalen Brunson and Cat.
The most confidence. Overconfident. Seriously. There's not an ounce of any type of doubt that I'm not confident with this group.
You know, you make the moves to win, so it hurts. It hurts to be able not to bring an opportunity to the city for a championship. We got a bunch of great guys in that locker room, and you know, we hope to. The plan now is to just put ourselves in this position again and succeed next time.
There is not much to get a competition range between Miles Turner and Mitchell Robinson. The harder part is that it gets very intense. This no matchup brings in from the loud crowd, yes sirs, and winning from O's is not easy when they change it. Every time you see things, you see that when it comes farther to make the goals in range. Others can be very unstable. Nothing sets to matter until everything changes by the fans' reaction.
Siakam the 5 for the Pacers. Shepard, nice pass inside. Turner converts. What a pass by Shepard. Metric makes a move, makes a fake, splits the D and cuts it to go.
He is so good.
Wow.
See how low he put.
Ahead it goes. Siakam in full stride. Knicks are behind in the turnover battle in this series so far. As Halliburton defends Bridges. Count it. Foul. 7 points for Indy. And the other way. Neesmith takes off.
This will be a good game. Always remember, the Pacers and the Knicks, the biggest battle that you're about to be witnessing. This harder team is what everybody knows this reaction. The fans would love it too. And this rivalry in the conference finals is about to take everything no conference show would ever do from its stop beyond its arc. Everyone makes a mistake, and everybody pulls it in will dumb and successful. Prepare yourself as they rematch again. Go for another win.
We just find ways. I think for us, it just starts with our habits. And we talked about doing the little things since day one. And so the little things matter, and you never know when they're going to help you in a big game. You never know when and which game. So it's all about doing little things every single day, and I think we pride ourselves on that.
Pacers, Knicks, next on 2K Sports. Hey everybody, it's Son of Peace, and I'm here with my next broadcast partner, Jay. That's right, we are back with us again, and it's Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals, as we are about to get things ready. As this point goes on, the Pacers and the Knicks are tied for 1 in the series by Games 1 and 2 at the Garden. But this time, they are at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. And this time, my next broadcast partner I have it across is Boomer, who's also along with the other two between a ballpoint pen and the third commentary of the crew is me for 11. And starting with one of each will be David Aldridge that will be reporting from the sideline for tonight's game. Game 3 as we're ready to prepare for it. Will Tyrese Halliburton get his team to a lead, or the Knicks take over Game 3 and win that one to get a lead 2-1? Let's see how well they do to keep things from going. Now, let's see what happens with this game. Knicks, Pacers, next on 2K Sports. 2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs. Here in Indianapolis, it's one of our big games here in Game 3. Tonight, we see the Knicks as they play against the Pacers. It's going to be the biggest and the wildest game out in Indianapolis. Knicks, Pacers, coming up next after the break. Greetings everyone, we are at Indianapolis at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse to prepare for the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. I'm Boomer, and I'm here with my broadcast partner along with Ballpoint Pen and Ethan Willow. Tonight's a big matchup as we've got a big rumble house going on right in the range between Indiana and New York. Tyrese Halliburton, he's with my Nenenhart. Neesmith is in a small forward. Siakam right to a power forward and Turner. But it's Bridges on Anunoby. Josh Hart is right over toward the center. Anthony Towns right in toward the middle, and it's Jalen Brunson on the starting point guard position. Now waiting for the New York Knicks as we are all set and ready to go. There's a start down for Miguel Bridges as he'll have it his own way. Starting off the setup screen will be on Miguel Bridges. And this first shot won't take in. That'll be the first miss for New York. Neesmith right toward outside. They're off the pass over, not finding the Turner. Turner looks over, not finding to get Halliburton. Halliburton looks over to get Neesmith. Rumbles around, not trying to give the Halliburton to give to Siakam. Siakam around the Turner with the shot. That will be the first bucket in for Miles Turner. He's got his first 2-pointer in the game. That is where you wanted to get that good start. And there's Miles Turner. You got a great look. The Turner block, that might have been just the right timing. Jalen Brunson makes a two-pointer. This will be the first two-pointer for New York. Halliburton going outside of the zone. They'll now try to give the zone to Neesmith again at Nembhard. Back to Neesmith. He looks under Halliburton. Halliburton gives to Nembhard. Right to the middle with the finishing drive. That is off the mark and rebound by Towns. Here's Bridges. The other way forward here to Pacers. And Anunoby's on Neesmith. Trying to watch his way in. Goes with a slam. Oh, what a take by Anunoby. That'll be a first throwdown for New York. I don't see what they were doing it for, but that is just not what they normally take. Otherwise, they just really need to get right back into work. They don't seem to stay to do for it, and that's not what they really want to start. Halliburton again to Siakam. Siakam backs up right to Halliburton. Halliburton with a step back over two. That is good. That will be another two-pointer for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, his first two-pointer in the game, and now it's back the other way to Jalen Brunson. If we feel cautiously making a turn for Jalen Brunson, he was given a good look. Now eyeing targets, just the right choice that he makes. Anunoby, right to the middle, trying to pull the block shot, and it's denied by Tyrese Halliburton. That will be the first rejection for Indiana Pacers. Neesmith has it to turn. There's no way I've ever seen how Tyrese Halliburton made that block. His shot range is really kept on playing back. Neesmith with a round of layup. Off the mark and rebounded by Anunoby. You'll have it to Brunson. Brunson passes to Anunoby with the drive. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Neesmith. Neesmith will have it again to Siakam. Hasn't scored yet anything in the first quarter. Neesmith works his way across to Siakam. Here's Halliburton for the three. Triple range is good. Run outside. That's Halliburton's had 5 points in the game. Here is what they all have to give up for. Tyrese Halliburton made that great three-pointer to get that good start. Josh Hart backs a step. Siakam on. The step up with the two. That's off the mark. Rebound by Brunson on Halliburton. Try to go for the switch in place. You'll find Bridges for the three. It's off the mark and rebounded by the Knicks, and it's out of bounds. That'll be Indiana ball under 5 minutes. You know, this wasn't a great start afterward. Disappearance is not going to make that sign in. Most likely agreeing things won't be the change if they do for something that's really out of the way. You don't want to get out of your zone. You got to get that one back in. He finds Neesmith. Neesmith around Cat, and he's fouled. That'll be calling up Eddie Towns' first personal foul and the first team foul for the Knicks. Now, that is a bigger drive if you're looking afterwards. This one goes with the Pacer big drive as Andrew Neesmith is thinking to go with the two-pointer. The lucky makers is not really what they were expecting. First free throw will start in for Aaron Neesmith. He's really given a just hard enough to make things go right in appearance. This own zone really won't be a budgeting map, and they just didn't really think he would care for. Surprisingly, Neesmith is able to get all of his free throws when he has the right target facing. This motion range is really keeping on from going back and forth. Maintain their way, just pressure it. It's definitely how hard it's going to get when they don't seem to do for anything at all. Neesmith knocks down the second free throw. New York trail by 5. Here's Brunson. Brunson, the pass to Cat. Cat tried to work it over by Turner. With the shot, great solid D by Miles Turner. That'll be his first rebound, and this will go the other way to the Pacers. Here's Halliburton. Looks his way right toward the middle. The drive rolls in, scoops in, and lays it in. Halliburton with 7 points in the game. He's 3 for 3. Oh, he's been perfect afterward. And he's spotting it on for Tyrese Halliburton. That's where you would make the cut at great look. You won't have to change it in, but you really got a lot of work to get through it until you have it down. That's really a great play-by-play. Nembhard with the ball with only 3:50 remaining in the first. Halliburton needs to sit to Neesmith. Neesmith, nobody to open look. Halliburton again to Nembhard. Here's Nembhard with the step up 2. That's good. Nembhard for 2 points. And a timeout will be called by New York Knicks. 3:38 remaining in the first quarter of the game. Well, so they will have to just try to give everything an outset. Better choice. No step in motion. I don't think this is going to happen that long. So ICC, there is Indiana Pacers that's already made it to the finals. But the one problem is that they were really, smacked out and small. There's no other way to have that one step down. This obligated defense is really giving it a part of trouble. Then there's no other stance of boys about way we're going to choose. Most likely, anybody can try to play it out. What nobody says is they really have to keep on playing out the round. They feel like nothing is going to keep in there for good. Well, they definitely did real. All the back. Indiana Pacers been really able to push it up, make a step back count, and there's not much you really have to do. You've got to see this when you believe this. This playoff motion is really doing the receiver. Only that lasts forever. It won't be hard to do until they get it done. They just really have to keep playing it harder and harder. Now what's any changes here for the Knicks? Chua is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. New Green jump here, and the other side will be Mitchell Robinson. He's also checked in. Josh Hart moves to small forward. For the Pacers, we have all 5 players checked out. 5 players are checked in. Connell, Malforin, Toppin. Siakam looks back, and only Toppin's on the outside. He gives it off to Malforin. For the first drive, that will scoop and drive. Malforin with his first 2-pointer, and it's Obi Toppin with the assists. Now that's when I like that key motion. This turned to me like it's a great start to get it off to a roll in. What they don't really tell now is that the New York Knicks and the Pacers are one of the big rivals. They maintain it back in the postseasons, but they really have to accommodate that. They were really sure they wanted to pace it off. Toppin. Looking over, not finding Siakam. Step up for 2. That is off and rebounded by Robinson. Brunson's back the other way. We'll find the Hart. Hart trying to look over it. The screen. Here's a chance for Hart. His show with the precious Achua. It's denied by Malforin. Sorry, that was Obi Toppin that made that block. Yeah, I think that was Obi Toppin. He may have had to lock that one out. Toppin. Setting a screen for Malforin. Up and inside to Malforin. Fades. The gift to Halliburton, and the drive scoops in for Halliburton. Now be 9 points in the game after Malforin with the assist. This was great played afterward. They really got to give another credit to do it afterwards. Brunson finishes off the drive. It's back down by 5. McConnell has it again at Toppin. Looks it over to pass to Malforin with the shot. That's missed it out. Rebound by Knicks. Here's Hart. Over his crosses, Precious Jewel. Then you got up and out of the way, and it's a big rebound by Halliburton sends it to Jim McConnell. Passes to Halliburton. Halliburton looking it over again. Here's Siakam. Outside for the 2. That's good. Another 2-pointer for the Pacers. As this made Siakam with his first 2-pointer in the game. Well, he's been really taking it over for a bit. I mean, he wanted to have a break, but he really thinking that he really wanted to have a 2-pointer. Everybody scores in for the starters. Halliburton. We'll take the seconds remaining first. Halliburton swings over the top of it. Drives it over. Malforin. Toward the middle with a shot. Good shot made by Malforin. That will be his second bucket for the Indiana Pacers. He has 4. They're just going and going. They really got to keep an eye on that without a knockout play, and they really need to make sure they have the right little bits. Siakam passes out of Halliburton. Here's Siakam with a shot. Over the range, no good. Siakam with the rebound, finding Halliburton. Halliburton slides over and over to Malforin passes to McConnell. Oh, he missed that one up. Here's Bridges. The pass. On Mockford. 4 seconds remaining. The pass to Brunson. Blocked by Halliburton. And no buzzer is going to get for Jalen Brunson. Now in the first quarter, a 21-15 score. We got the second quarter coming up for you when we come back after the break. If you're just tuning in, we're ready to start the second quarter. It is a close and condensed game. All right, fellas, I know what you're saying now, but what is your take on this one? How the first quarter comes in? Well, you gotta believe this one, and you have to love this one. This play offense is really kept on a gathering for a huge amount of plays. Motion range is okay, but maybe the one thing that they need to do for is they just gotta keep passing it again. Yeah, I totally agree on that. They have to do that on their own. Let's hope that they do it for real. For starters, we have Ismagano with them. Turner's in center. Operating a small forward, and Jabari Walker is on the court, starting for the second quarter. The Eagles start things off with DJ McConnell. Of his first bucket, and it's Nemhard with the assist. Well, Nemhard really had a pass afterward. I mean, that would have almost been intentional. Back the other way, and you got to play it out. Precious Ichiro finds it over to Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne. And there will be a mixed foul. That will be an offensive foul on Precious Ichiro. Now his ball is checked out. And took it back in for Neesmith. Well, this is the first foul that they were giving it over to. Setting up an offensive foul is greatly endangered for the Knicks. They're not playing so well. This company is not when you wanted to start. You just need to get out of the way, and you don't want that to get out of it. And speaking of which, the offensive foul is going the other way. Now the Pacers, this will be their first little foul. Now Brendan Shepard will check in. TJ McConnell's checked out. It's not so good. I mean, that one is lost in commentating on the foul. This wouldn't start the day without him. Here's a set to Achua, now finding McBride, again Payne. Payne with the switch, trying to get to McBride. McBride on the outside and then Andrew Nemhard. Set up screen, right to her middle. With the drive in, that's no good. We got away Nemhard. And this will give again to Turner. Turner will swing the pass again to Walker. Walker, Nemhard trying to get to Shepard. Shepard over time. That's good. Shepard with his first 2-pointer for Brendan Shepard. Only 6:40 remaining in a second. Miles McBride will now swing it off. There's the finish drive. Solid D by Brendan Shepard. You know that's what the crazy is about. I mean, Brendan Shepard would really like to do this. Neesmith. Trying to give over now, finding Nemhard. With the step back for 2, it's good. Andrew Nemhard with his 4 points in the game, 2 for 3. Perfect on the range. I mean, I know what you're looking at. You just got to give that one a great chance. McBride will be a big foul on Jabari Walker as his first team foul for Indiana. 6:05 remaining in the second quarter. Well, this reaching foul is not really the typical motion that you would do for. You don't think that's what start off like this. Not really. Achua finding on movie. He finds again Achua. And a quick slam down. That will be Ojianobi. And it will be Precious Achua with the assist. Well, you got a first assist to that. I mean, you really wanted to start off. That's where it gets things tricky. Nemhard finding the pass again to Walker. Walker finding it over now is Shepard. Shepard, Walker finding Nemhard. Nemhard around the back and good for Andrew Nemhard. He has 6 points. Under 5:30 remaining in the first half of the game. And here's Cameron Payne. He will start things over in the other way. Give him again to Precious Achua. He will try to slam it, and he goes right over to the Warren Walker with a 29-19 game. 5:15 remaining in the first half of the game. And Martin will try to wait patiently and finding Brendan Shepard. Shepard trying to get back to Nemhard. He'll have it again to Shepard. Shepard passes to Nemhard. Nemhard shot. Neesmith. He is worse down and looks like he's hurt. Oh boy, that is not going to start really well. I mean, it looks like they'll have to just try to watch it out. They won't have to play it like that anymore. And the foul will be given on Turner, and we have a timeout on the floor. As now there's going to be a replacement. It's going to be Montgomery, and that's going to be replacing it for Aaron Neesmith. He's been hurt really quite some time afterwards, and now his rest, he's done. That's obviously a replacement here, as it will be Naismith, as this will be given over, it will be Walker. And Achuba will be at the free line shooting too. Well, he's been really like a mechanical on that, and he really felt that he felt a little worse. He felt down really hard. I think his wrist is hurting. Something was hitting on him for some reason, and I really felt like, well, that must have been the end of it, but I believe now that Naismith, he just didn't think it would just be the right choice. I mean, that's definitely just uncomfortable for Precious Achua to have it knocked over by Andrew Nemhard. That just really makes it really worse. Last week over left here for Precious Achua after he misses one. This time he makes a second. 29-20 game, 4:50 remaining. Here's Nemhard. Nemhard, looking involved. Turner passes down to Walker. Walker passes to Nemhard. Phase. Shepard for three. It's good. Green Warner makes it in. That's a 5-point game for Brandon Shepard. Here's McBride. Watches in. Payne for three. The switch three-pointer cannot make it in there. That's not how we're going to get Walker. Walker now tries to get to Shepard. Shepard passes to Walker. Walker passes to Nemhard, and he'll have it again. Walker. 4:10 remaining in a second. We'll find Nemhard, and he swings it over to Walker. Walker, 22. And it'll be a loose ball foul. That'll be Miles Turner. His second personal and your second team foul for Indiana. Now it was a new substitution. Miguel Bridges checking in for Precious Achua. This is what they don't really believe on. That makes it real uncomfortable to start off. And that pushover is a personal foul over the backboard. That won't be the better choice if you're really doing this for real. So you wouldn't start going over some paying attention skills. You just need to get it right out of the way. You don't want that to get out of your zone. No more. Passes down fine to Toppin. Toppin. Passes to Shepard. And he looks over. Nemhard. Near the baseline. It's good. Nemhard with 8 points. And it's now a chance lead, 34-20. Knicks trying to battle it out. Hey, we'll try it out one again. With the finish, and it'll be a foul on Indiana. Andrew Nemhard gets the first slip and a 13 foul for Indiana. Stop the clock at 3:25. This is no obsession. Andrew Nemhard was really like giving it out, and he wouldn't just like do the own thing to try to like keep that one from going. You don't think this is going to make that happen? Not even after. The free throw is given here by Cameron Payne with only 3:25 remaining in the first half of the game. And the free throw is off the target for Payne. Coming in with some new line group changes is Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson, and of course, Josh Hart checks in. Cameron Payne switches to shooting guard. 2 players, it's Walker and Nemhard, are checked out. Siakam and Halliburton are checked back in. Second free throw is good for Cameron Payne. Under 3:30 remaining in the first half, here's Halliburton. Halliburton trying to look over. The ball is almost loose. We'll give it back to Shepard. Shepard, pass down and off. Mofford rolls the pass to Shepard. Here's Halliburton. Halliburton fades. Shepard for 3. That's missed in and out. Moved on by the Knicks. Josh Hart holds his way down. Tries to look for the cut motion, and the finishing scoop and drive will make it in for Hart. It is now just an 11-point advantage for the Knicks as they're trying to look their way up. Well, I wouldn't believe this one. This could just only get worse if nobody's been paying attention. No one's getting a good look, and this needs to be the right way to get to it. Don't make that one feel comfortable. Halliburton for 3. And that's another miss. It's rebounded by Bridges. Bridges slips over. And the 2-pointer, it's good. And the 2-pointer for the Knicks. They're back down by 8. They're back down by 9. Excuse me. Siakam. It's stolen by Robinson. Brunson. On his way to the attack, alley-oop to Bridges. Nice tape and drive. What a take from Miguel Bridges after Brunson. Oh, he would never have to do that. I bet he's going to learn how to do this. That is just an incredible take. What a great look. Timeout called by Indiana Pacers. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half of the game. They're 44-27 game. They're not really just going up, but they really have to find a way to get right toward the work. Well, no plans afterwards. They just don't have anything to do with that on their own. And no pacing should ever do this trick on their face. So at that point, that alley-oop was my best favorite. It was a 34-27 game. Pacers trying to cut the leads down as Knicks roll back in. Coming up will be the halftime report as we will have Azarian Johnson along with Kenny Jet Smith and Shaq O'Neal, the big fella, as we're ready to prepare for the halftime show. I'll be on the other side of it in just a few moments. Once the first half is complete, we'll see how this turned to be. Indiana ahead of a lead over New York Knicks. There might be a possible chance, but there might be one that meets the other. Now we're making the changes here for the Pacers as TJ McConnell's checked in for Tyrese Halliburton. Going right back afterward as now Brandon Shepard moving over. Toppin looks over to TJ McConnell. You'll have it to Siaka. Siaka, Halliburton with a spin move. What a drive by Halliburton. He has 11. And right over to Jalen Brunson with only 9 points. Well, this is what they all expected now for Tyrese Halliburton. What they don't really seem to do for is this really kept on from scoring outwards and inwards. I don't really see how this one keeps on coming back. Tyrese Halliburton. A set pass to Toppin. Toppin looks over McConnell. McConnell. Pass to Toppin. Toppin. Over Mitchell Robinson. That's another miss by Indiana Pacers. With the shovel move to Mitchell Robinson on the alley-oop successful pass. And it's Brunson with the assist. Look how crazy that went. That makes a great dunk to give that one a good start. Wait, didn't you get that? Here's McConnell, the set pass over to Toppin. Toppin pass that right into Halliburton. Halliburton pass over to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin again to McConnell. Over Brunson, and that's another 2-pointer good for the Indiana Pacers. He has 4 points in this game. About 35 seconds left in the shot clock and game clock. Brunson for 3. He misses again. Another 3-point missed opportunity for New York. Toppin now finds again to Tyrese Halliburton. Indiana moving around the ball quickly from transfer to transfer. Pass to Mothra. Pass to Siakam. Siakam passes over Halliburton. Trying to work his way across to McConnell. McConnell pass. Toppin for 2. It's good. Another 2-pointer for the Pacers. Toppin's got his first bucket and down to 5 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. Bridges for 3, and that will end the first half. 40-29 is the score. And we have approached halftime. We'll be back soon after this. Now here's Allie. He's on the court line. She's on the court.
Here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. You've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing this switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Allie. And we'll see you back for the third quarter as we will be breaking in just a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Tyrese Halliburton was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
They wouldn't be ahead without the numbers they've gotten from the bench, providing major contributions, especially defensively. It's taking a lot of pressure off the starters. What a luxury to have a second unit that can produce.
And over to Kenny, what did you think about this one?
Well, it's never fun. You play against the team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent can sustain this kind of shooting.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And we are back at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse to get ready for a start for the second half. We welcome you back here at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. And we have a great start here to see what goes with the Pacers. What we see so far right now is one of our biggest, Tyrese Halliburton. He's perfect on the line to make that one with the finish. How do you think it's really possible? Well, I'm pretty sure that Tyrese Halliburton was making a great finish. He's been doing so well. Just let the Hardy face off. Maybe the finishing might be helpful enough to get it done. Yeah, I bet I would agree on that. I mean, it's a good idea to have that one in for the finish. He would start as Jalen Brunson, Miguel Bridges, Carl Anthony Towns is in center, OG Anunoby in small forward, and Josh Hart in power forward position. Then with the shot, up it goes. It is rebounded up, and it's off the mark. Miguel Bridges with his first personal foul to start the third quarter. Well, that was what happened with Benjamin Inver, as he was trying to make the finish, and he was right up in the alley. That one wouldn't go in, and because he just missed it. Next free throw is coming up for Indiana Pacers. Stop the clock at 7:43 remaining in the third. Nemard makes the first free throw. Well, was sure enough to say that Miguel Bridges wasn't able to finish this off. He would just make that in. The easier it goes, it has to go the right way. It's not really trying to be like anybody is trying to go over it, but it's not really like the always important. This would really almost like turn out exaggeratedly to make that one with a mess. So he drops his 2 free throws down for Nemard. And now he's Jalen Brunson as the team is already on offense. Brunson trying to watch his way. Here's Miguel Bridges in the slam down. That one finishes up. And it's now back the other way will be Tyrese Halliburton. And it will be Brunson with the assist. Reporter out of the force saying that the Knicks were really working it all hard. We need to get stepping back into this one. Coach Thibodeau's really asking himself, they needed some importance. They have to try to fix it out and then do the right thing. Yeah, they have to do it. Most likely. I wouldn't just like to see it if they were just missing everything. All that shot, it's not really turning to be how hard it's going to make. That one is going to make almost feel impossible to get there. Yeah, I can't believe it that they're doing this again, but that's another miss for New York Knicks. They just need to make sure they have it all covered in. Here's Halliburton. The finishing drive, out of bucket one. That is in the points. Tyrese Halliburton at the free throw line, and he shoots one more to get the extension. That was one of the best to take for Tyrese Halliburton. And that was a making shot in there. That one barely took it, and that was another bank hit.
One shot.
Tyrese Halliburton knocks down a free throw. He has 14. Past under a minute remaining to start in the third quarter. Brunson for the three. That's good. Number 3 quarter for the Knicks. It is a 45-34 game. Now Halliburton will scoop it around and now finds them off for it. Without Aaron Nesmith, he's already been hurt, and with that, we definitely do have an update. Unfortunately, with the wrist, he has officially been knocked down, and he will not be able to return to this game. Yeah, it's been like very badly, and what they don't really expect it now for Aaron Nesmith, he's really been knocked out pretty hard. I mean, with the wrist, he's definitely hurting, so it looks like he will be able to continue for Game 3 to finish things up. He'll have to be benched up here and then get ready for Game 4. Halliburton outside, not way in the range for them all. Nowhere to find. Now finds Halliburton. Here's a chance. Siaka. Over Jalen Brunson. Great defense here. That's a New York Knicks grabs his mitts. Josh Hart. Brunson for 3. That's another miss by New York. Only 5:20 remaining in the third period. That was Aaron Dream there. And as Siakam finds him now over to Mofford. Mofford back to Halliburton. Passes down Mofford. 4-3. Kaboom! Outside range makes it in. Mofford has 7 points. 48-46 game. That is just another 3-pointer. They really make that easy enough. He didn't think it was going to be all over the place. He would just have to play it for real. He's sorry celebrating after the blow-up drive for Jalen Brunson. Never looks under to Halliburton. Halliburton trying to scour it out. And a big play, trying to shoot. Siakam fakes. Back step over Warren. That tears drops him in with another 2-pointer for the Pacers. Siakam's got 4. Here's Jalen Brunson. Set up a new screen. Brunson outside the heart. For 3 is good. Knocks the Berry triple. They're down by 9. Here's Halliburton. He changes over to Siakam. Looks to Andrew Nembhard. Fades. Looks over to Siakam. Trying to give over. Now finding Hoffman. For the finishing drive. It's good. Number 2 for the Pacers. 9 points in the game for Mofford. And now here's another one to Jalen Brunson. He'll start that over. The 3 for OG. Anunoby's shot missed off the mark. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. He'll now have the pass to Turner. Turner looks over. Now trying to give over the other way. And we know that's Neesmith. They're noticing that his tricep in the season is not really making a good look. And his playoff inbounding is causing to miss increase. And its range is definitely been out of time. And he did not think he was able to make it. Yeah, it's been like how bad it went. And what they all be expecting to say, this tricep really hurts. The upper elbow is not really making it look good. And that tricep was like hurting on it. He's like shrugging out there for some reasons. He wasn't really thinking he was able to be proceeding to go back into the game. So it looks like it's not the best day for him. He'll have to just wait for game 4, and then he'll have to make sure he does. Here's Siakam. 2-pointers off the mark. Rebound by Anunoby again to Brunson. Brunson slides back. Setting a screen over. Towns on Siakam. Here's Brunson. And there'll be a foul on Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton with his first team foul for Indiana Pacers. That's not going to make him literally make the shot, but this makes it uneasy. As Jalen Brunson heads to the free throw line shooting 2, you'll have to try to make that one clear in to get a closer game back down by 10. As another free throw will approach in for New York Knicks, only stopping the clock with only 2:52 remaining. Brunson knocks the first free throw, and now with some new changes in, the New York Knicks. Bridges, Hart, Towns are checked in. Out, and it's McBride, Achua, and Robinson checking in. Meanwhile, the Pacers make some new changes as all 5 players are checked out. McConnell, Walker, Toppin, Shepard, as they already make the new changes in. As shooting guard makes it in for Tyrese Halliburton. Brunson will knock the second one in. They're down by 9. This is definitely, they don't deserve it to do. They really have to watch where they're going. Don't make him play for it if they do it the right way. Obi Toppin finding Shepard. Shepard finding the pass to get Halliburton. Wilson McConnell. McConnell pass now finds it to get Halliburton. Over Miles McBride. It's good. Halliburton. Again, he is like on a star killer. 16 points in this game. That's most of his career. He would almost have that one with anybody that he runs. Mitchell Robinson against Walker. Here's Brunson. Pass to McBride. McBride on Halliburton. With the shot. Chance for the rebound. Well, over Toppin. And it makes another rebound for Tyrese Halliburton. Only 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter as they will hold things out.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Toppin looks over to Halliburton. Halliburton trying to work it off. Looks over. Walker finds again to Toppin. Toppin now finds Halliburton. Here's a 3 from McConnell. Another miss here for Indiana. That 3-pointer would almost make that one in for TJ McConnell. I thought this would have been just the right amount of play time. back to Brunson. McConnell watching him. Finding again to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson passes off to Achua. Achua over on Toppin with a shot. Over Toppin, and a great defensive here by Obi Toppin on Precious Achua. He got his own rebound, and it's the second. That's what happens with Obi Toppin. He would make this on rebound, and just what he wants you to do, he wants to keep Toppin from going outward. Back in his line, no take. Toppin. Toppin slides back. McConnell for three. Never missed by Indiana. OG Anunoby. Here's the cutting. The fade. Faded shot. Obi Toppin makes a foul. Hits the foul in as he gets forced. And their second team foul for Indiana. Stop the clock at 50 seconds in the third quarter.
At the line for the Knicks, OG Anunoby. 2 shots.
Anunoby knocks down the first free throw. Mitchell Robinson checked out as Cat is checked back in for the New York Knicks. Pacers are making new changes here as Mofford is checked back in on the court. One player goes off. That'll be Brendan Chipper. Drops in with the last quarter. And now they're up to a challenge. Halliburton, right to the wing. Halliburton to McConnell. He will try to look over to get him off the ring. Try to make a floppy step. Try to look where he wants to go. Tries to get over it. Moffering. Make the shot. And he lost that ball. His time is up, and he will not count the bucket in. As Jabari Walker couldn't control his ball, and now it'll change it over to the New York Knicks. Yep, there is no obligation on what you're doing this for. You lose the ball, you could lose your timeout shot quickly, and that's going to change it over to the New York ball. Here's Brunson, trying to watch his way in. The fade. Finds again OG Anunoby. Here's Cap for three. Never missed three-pointer for the New York Knicks, and 20 seconds remaining in third. Mofford send the pass over to Toppin. Toppin. The pass to Mofford. He'll find Nemhard for the buzz beater. And that's off the rim, and it'll end the third quarter. 54-45. Closest game to the line, but we have one more quarter remaining in the third game. That means the next one may win it all. Be back soon after this. Alright, now let's have a look at the State Farm assist of the game. Now that was what I just called for, and this is what no one has been getting for a lot of bad responses. You see, Mofford really made a great take. And as for Tyrese Halliburton, he made that with the finish, bucket and one. He got it all coming. His pacing is great. He's really doing so well. Make this one count. Give it a go. We love to see how he does. It is the fourth quarter as we're ready to race things on and make the finish. Hope you're having fun with us, and if you're joining us in, we've got the fourth quarter ready. As a start for Indiana, we have CJ McConnell. Right to in the middle will be Andrew Nemhard. Turner is from center. Walker is from outside, and it will be Toppin. McBride on McConnell. Screen on Cat. Here's a take, and he's fouled up. Miles Turner. That will be his fourth and his first team foul for Indiana. Look, you're not going to do it successfully enough. That is right on a defender, and he just made a mess him up. That is not going to make this one clean for the Indiana Pacers. This is not an aggressive way that you're doing it for. You don't want that to get out of the way. Miles McBride is heading to the free throw line, shooting two. Another free throw coming up for the percentage for the New York Knicks. They're making their way to try to work it up. McBride hits the first free throw. You see that Miles Turner is a little disappointment at the word. I mean, this defense is turning to be how bad and unchaoticable he really did not want to see this one. and he knocks down a second. Here's McConnell the other way for the Indiana. On his way down, he looks to top it. Top it. Lost the ball, rebounded by Hart. Here's McBride with the spin. And he will try to back it up. Try to take the steal. Ogianobi finding Hart. Double man on it. Ogianobi for three. It's good. Another three-pointer. That will be the Knicks, and they're back down by 4. Oh, this is a close game. They really have to just try to think of something else if they wanted to get there. Mofford passes again to McConnell. McConnell passes again to Nemhart. Nemhart. Miles Turner for the three. It's good. Right from the outside. It's Miles Turner. And he has now 5. Well, we'll come back afterward. But you don't want to leave the range here if they do it. Got right to the middle. And you will drop it floater. Another 2-pointer as Karl Anthony Towns waited patiently, and he finally gets his 2-pointer bucket score. 57-52, this number now to Mofford. Points again to McConnell. McConnell passes again to Nemhart. Nemhart. Near the box. It's good. Another 2-pointer for the Pacers. And it's 12 points for Nemhart. That is where we are taking it for. Nemhart is really pacing it off. That's what he needs to share for us. Towns against Turner. Hart for 3. No good on the outside range. It's a rebound by Mofford. He has his 5th rebound of the night. Mofford slows his patient down, finding to top it. Top it, looks over to get McConnell. Mofford finding again to Nemhart. Nemhart pulls a step up. And here's Mofford for 2. From the rebound, can't get there in front for Nemhart to have a jam. Miles McBride will finish the drive right near the paint. And it's Ogianobi with the assist. They're back down by 5. McConnell waiting around, finding again to top it. Top it, pass now, finding again to Nemhart. Nemhart, pass to top it, right over the line. That rolls in and out. Rebound by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's the fast break. And right to her range, back to Ogianobi. Ogianobi looking it over. Finding a screen on Cat. It's blocked by Turner. OG slams down, and this will be a timeout for Indiana with under 5 minutes remaining to 4. Well, he got a great blocking, but this didn't really feel good. This would be helpful enough to get a rejection afterward. Well, that was all it did. I mean, you don't think this was easy enough? I'm sorry. There's no blame, and you have to do it the right way. As we're nearing down the end of the regulation, here the next game's coming up here if you're missing out for this one. Game 3 will be happening here for tomorrow night, as you will be seeing things right across from the other side of it. As we will see the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they will be facing against the Thunders back at Minnesota. They will prepare for themselves to have another plan to get ready to go back in. There's no other way to get really good for it, but we will really see things, how this will keep things in. And then after that, we'll see Game 4 for the return as they rematch again. Pacers and the Knicks back in the game break 3 last. And then Game 4 the other way will be the Thunders and the Timberwolves. Then we'll get ready for Game 5 as we will have it the NHL between the Capitals and the Panthers at Capital One Arena. And then the other one will be the Stars and Oilers at American Airlines Center. Prepare for yourself. The next game will be on its way pretty soon. Get right through it. New substitutions are on the court with only 4:48 remaining in the fourth. Now as Halliburton will take over, 4:45 remaining. He finds Siaka. Here's Siaka for the finish, and there we have foul. That's Karl Anthony Towns, his second. Reporter from LA LaFour saying that this one is for Pascal Siakam. He was able to make his own finishing, but that was nothing that he would do as they make that one driving, and he has something to give that one for caring for, out of respect for the team. Yeah, it's been like almost like entirely for Pascal Siakam. His passion part has been turning really great. Most likely I would see is that he would have to play it for his next level that he would have to do for. I mean, Pascal Siakam is like making that famous. I mean, he would have to just play it for real for some reasons. Pascal, he'll just have to make sure he have an open mind to get it through. That's where his first free throw has making it in with a great chain. You bet so. Siakam knocks down a second free throw. New York trail by 5. Brunson. Screen on Cat. Big change here. Slides back. Halliburton watching on him. Here's a drive. Another missed here from Jalen Brunson. Pascal Siakam will have it again to Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton. The dish over. Now finding him offering. Back to Siakam. Needs some new changes on the offensive zone. He finds Miles Turner. Turner. Over Cat. That's good. Another 2-pointer for Miles Turner. He has 7 points with only 4 minutes. There is nothing to complete yourself. That's definitely what they're changing it for, if they really want to keep it up. After the block by Turner, here's another one to Netball. He'll have it over to Halliburton. Try to give over to Siakam. Siakam. Pass over, now find him offering. Offering over to Turner. Around Cat. It's good! Another 2-pointer. Drops in for Turner. He has 9. And he just kept on from coming back in there. Yeah, but you see what happens. The growing Pacer fans are really up to a strong start. And it's for the Yesers. Another rebound by Turner. He has his second rebound. Now here's Halliburton. Back to Pascal Siakam. Wants to set a screen. Here's a set. Dish over to Siakam. Unbelievable. What a take in. And it's right near into the net. That made him with a blanket. Wow. That is unbelievable take. You got to see it to believe it. Brunson. Hart for 3. Another miss here. That's rebounded by Nembhard. They knocked down 3 games at this point, but only 2 of them were in the conference finals. They only just turned just like that. Yeah, they really did. I mean, all they have to drive now is Indiana Pacers. They've really been pushing their limits. The boundary is really like turning to be helpful, but that's what you have to do. Get the right call. That's rolled in and out as Halliburton misses another one. Here's Bridges. Bridges from outside. Trying to cover it up. Slides back. Passes over. Hart against Siakam. The screen on Cat. Watching it in. And that's a solid defensive effort by Turner. Just down to 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Halliburton with the ball. Hands it over to Siakam. Siakam looks to Halliburton. He wants to take the 3. That's a no-siree for Halliburton. He's missing over. He just didn't think the 3 would be helpful. So that's not going to make him work. He'll have to just try to give somebody else a chance. Now Albright with the ball. Back to Siakam. Siakam finding over to Halliburton. Takes in. Around Turner with the drive. And as Halliburton makes it in. Timeout. New York Knicks with 1:22 remaining in the 4th quarter. As they're keeping it alive in this game, the New York Knicks may have another loss, and this might be a breaking lead, 2-1 for New York. And they still have to try to see what they can handle it to do. Alright folks, it's now time to see what we've got. Our New Balance player of the game. Tonight's player of the game goes to Tyrese Halliburton. The point guard position was really like when he was able to set in. Most of the career, this goal is making that one a great Harding chain. This amount of a player is like unstoppable. When you play for real in the point guard, you have the right choice. I love this strategy for Tyrese Halliburton. He's been giving up some play agilities. He really wants to have that one with the big finish. That's something what you do expect to get it in there. That's a great chance. That's where Halliburton, he's finishing it up for this part of the game, and now here's Brunson. Brunson with a step up two. It's no good. Rebounded by Turner. Trying to slow things down a little bit. You'll find it over it again to Neymar. Back to Turner. And Halliburton will take the chance into it. Neymar for the deep three. No good. Rebound by Towns. Jalen Brunson with the spin move. With the fade shot. Over Tyrese Halliburton is so good. And with that one, McConnell will have his own rebound. That'll be number one. Siakam. Charlie Booker is finished. McConnell. Step up for two. That's missed again for the Pacers. Final possession for the New York Knicks. And this will be almost tipped in and rebounded by Siakam. And that should be it. Pacers able to take a 2-1 series over the New York Knicks, and their final score is 69-56. There's been a gentleman out there. Indiana, we win. Yes, sir, in game 3. Yeah, he did say so, and that's what definitely does happen. You get this finish, you get it done. Well, that's all now. That makes it finish a job. Well, pays off, just like that. And with that being said, we hope you all enjoyed this part of the game number 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Along with my broadcast partner, Valuable Force, along with Ballpoint Pen and Meatball 411, I'm Boomer. Thanks for joining us here for our amazing matchup between the Knicks and the Pacers of Game 3. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Alright, Boomer, thank you very much. And that was how it wins things off for the Indiana Pacers. They knocked down the New York Knicks in Game 3. And here's how you do with the total statistics. 56 field goals for the Indiana Pacers. And it was 40 over 24 three-pointers. Was given up better than anybody. 88% free throws for the New York Knicks. 8 fast break points, along with 34 points in the paint. And second chance points was 2 for the New York Knicks. 20 and 27 was bench points and the assists for Indiana Pacers. 7 defensive rebounds for New York Knicks. 32 defensive rebounds for Indiana. 3 steals for New York Knicks. 4 blocks for Indiana. 1 turnover, 14 fouls, and 8 dunks for New York Knicks. And then it was 14 biggest lead, and then 19:05 was a time possession. And now that being said, it's time to see who are the 3-star players. Beast, you can take the finish. Thank you very much. First star player of the game as we are making our way through in from the carry. I start off with Jalen Brunson. He finishes off with 16 points, 4 rebounds, 6 out of 16 field goals with only 2 out of 6 three-pointers, and he only has 25 performance effort. It was a big finish to have his own rally, but the timing will tell for a next game to go for the number one. Now, number 2 star. The player of this one game, I got great feelings to say how he has done a better job. And I gotta say now, the better defenseman goes out to Miles Turner. He made with a nice incredible on the block with 2. Only had 1 assist, 5 rebounds, 9 points, and only had 1 3-pointer he had made with only 11 performance. But the new star player of the game, for number 1, that means someone took it over and made that one with a great start to finish. It's number 0, Tyrese Halliburton. He makes that one with 18 points with only 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, and had 12 field goals, 1 out of 2 3-pointers, and it was 29 performance effort. That's where you can finish it off for Game 3 as you make that one feel clear and the mindful is bringing up to the pace. Well, folks, that's it for game number 3, but don't worry, we'll be back soon for our next game as we've got the Thunders and the Timberwolves at Target Center. That'll be our next game, so keep your eyes on the next part of the game, and we'll see them pretty soon. Anyway, enough of it now. We are heading out of here, and we'll see you all again next time. So long, everyone, for as well as the NBA Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. This is Jay and Son of Beast. Thank you for watching, and have a great night in Indianapolis, Indiana. So long, everybody. Thanks for watching.
If you don't, somebody will.